Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. No, for real, happy Monday to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, listen, Linda, and listen closely. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, me and my sister, we talk, we talk. At the end of the day, case closed. At the end of the day, Rocky got an open marriage, not me. At the end of the day, 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 I was so sick of her saying at the end of the day last night. God, At the end of the day, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Y'all let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the comment section if you guys can hear me, okay? Case closed, y'all. Case closed. Case closed. It's over finally. It's finally over. It's finally, finally over. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the comment section, please. What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hold on. I know how I can see. I was having some audio issues, so I just want to make sure. Okay, it looks like my mic is working on my end. So, okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you. I hope I said that right. You know, I will butcher a name and it's not on purpose. I apologize. Okay, good morning to everybody again. We are here to start a new week. Okay. So if you're new here, first of all, thank you for being here. If you're not subscribed, go ahead, get subscribed, bang that notification bell, and make sure you hit that like button as you come on up in here. It just pushes up the videos up in the algorithm for us and such like that. Okay. All right. So finally, we have gotten the finale of the Queens of R&B SWV versus Escape. And I have to always preference these videos with the fact that did I want to see two groups literally come together and do something that has never been done before? Absolutely. And it kind of really does feel some type of way because I think when we were excited about the show, I don't think anyone thought that we were going to get this type of drama. Um, well, let me not say people. Let me speak for Chef. Okay. Well, Chef Donda, I didn't realize that it was going to be the way that it is or it has turned out. We're also going to talk about Tasha's live from last night as well. She called out Mona Scott and some other stuff. So, whew, child, but I'm glad it's over. I'm glad the show is over. The drama with Tasha going, I think, continue to keep on going for quite some time, even after the show. So anyway, again, housekeeping rules. Go ahead and make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, bang that notification bell. Okay. If you would like to show love to the channel, a free way is by liking the video, and then you can also show love by via Cash App or via Venmo. Okay. And shout out to Miss Bernita this morning because Miss Bernita just she had sent a blessing before I even went live. So shout out to Miss Bernita this morning. Shout her out. Okay, so let me speak to everybody and then we're gonna get into first. And this is what I have to do. I have to do this. We gotta go back and listen to the segment where she talked about open marriage and all of this kind of stuff. And let me tell you something else that bothered me about Tasha. You like to get on the internet and pretend as if you really called your sister. Bottom line is, after you had that breakdown, you should have hung up, ended the Instagram live, and went and called Tamika immediately. You said last night that you've been calling your sister like your sister not answering the phone. Almost kind of making it seem like your sister is lying again. And I think this is the major reason why people can't push when it comes to Tasha. Tasha backs herself up in these corners with these lies. And they, unfortunately, this morning we're going to have to expose them, Latasha. Oh, anyway, good morning, Cyber Groupie. She said, which I do not believe Tasha and her raggedy husband are liars and gaslighters. She definitely insinuated open marriage and played with the words due to the backlash she got from saying it. Absolutely. And her father was like, I ain't even know she was in no open marriage. Dad just confused as he want to be. Good morning, Cyber Groupie. Good morning, Simply Elegant One. Good morning, Miss Bernita. Shout out to you. Good morning to Feisty. Look me up on Wikipedia, Kelly Price. Yes, indeed. Call a goal line and tell them what you want. Period. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Nola Reeds. Lord Karma, I'm with you. Thank God it is over. But good morning to you. It may be afternoon where you at. I don't know. Good morning, Yumina. Good morning. Good morning. Come on, shout out to Two Feisty for speaking to everybody in the chat this morning. Just simply, how you doing this morning? How you doing this morning? Y'all know I'm country, so We speak to everybody. You speak to everybody. What's going on, Missy Yvette Bell? Yes, she said hit that like button. I know that's right. Good morning. Good morning. Latasha lies more than Bishop lie more. Mm. They LMV, they might be right there neck and neck together. Yeah, I'm just saying. Good morning, Clary. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? Thank you, Miss. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's Miss or Mister. But thank you, Doreen, for responding to me and letting me know you can hear me. I appreciate it. Good morning, Lady K. Good morning. I know the lies, honey. Adrian, what's going on? What's going on? Good morning, Francine. Good morning, PSR076. Yes. Good morning, Fresh Flowers Forever. Yes. Good morning, Miss Tanisha. Good morning. Good morning, Nikki P. Good morning. Good morning. All right, y'all. You miss me. If she didn't mean open relationship, why would she say some folks keep it private? What married couple keeps the fact that they communicate private? She's a mess. Adrian, Adrian, why you in my head? Why you in my head? Oh, not the toxic. Oh my, the toxic must think we're boo boo the food. Child, well, we put the see. Okay, so you guys know that Latasha went on this emotional uh rant, okay, and um when she went on this emotional rant, because I'm not gonna call that no apology, because everything she said seemed fake, okay. So we about to listen to that part again because, girl, what? Hold on one second, y'all. Every time I swear I be having my Bluetooth connected, and then we're gonna listen to what she said on Watch What Happens Live. Good morning to everybody coming in here. There's 44 in the room so far. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Okay, make sure y'all hit the like button. Um,
Bluetooth connected.
y'all lift your boy
Whirlwind,
up this
a
morning. I
roller
woke
coaster,
up with a
one that
migraine, child. I woke up with a migraine. Okay, all right. So I have it here. We're getting ready to listen to it, and listen to these apologies. Okay, these apologies. Here we go.
highs and lows. And to be quite honest with you guys, I'm at a low. I'm really at a low. Um, but thank y'all. Thank y'all for hearing us. Thank you guys for supporting the group and loving on us when we weren't even loving on ourselves. I really and truly appreciate that from my heart. Y'all don't deserve this. You don't. When you can think about the times when I was, I'm from College Park, so to hear people say y'all not gonna make it, you don't have the look, or y'all sound this way, and for us to have endured this long with you guys by our side supporting us, all I could do is just say thank y'all, and that I'm sorry that we're taking y'all through this, and we're taking ourselves through this. um Yesterday
Fresh flowers forever. You know, you can put you some agave in there, and that could be your sugar substitute. But shout out to the hot tea this morning. Shout out to the hot tea.
had an interview, and Brad and I had some words. We went back and forth, and I didn't understand why. When she said to me, Candy felt sad, and it's possible that
Let me get
not me coming on here trying to make somebody look bad or nothing. I'm speaking from my. That's hard to do, y'all. I'm praying that things get better. I really am. This is not me coming on here trying to make somebody look bad or nothing. I'm speaking from my heart.
girl. You
Um,
should have said that.
Mama didn't raise us this way, and I apologize to my mother as well, because you have been scrutinized for being a mother. You were there when nobody else was, and you've always been able to get.
Your mother was scrutinized for the actions that she's shown on this on this show. That's what your mother was scrutinized for. Your mother wasn't scrutinized for being a mother. Your mother was saying that Tamika was jealous of you. That's not being a mother. Mothers don't do that. So already you starting with lies because let's keep it all the way 100. We seen how Gloria act on this camera, hollering and yelling at her daughter in her own house. Girl, I'd have put you out.
Us together in the way that I see you being dragged in this media, it hurts me. Nobody wants to see their mother dragged in the media because of what they see depicted on television, which, by the way, everything that y'all see is not what it seems. It is not what it seems. And my mother and my sister and I, we have had a very strong bond. And to see that tarnished in an industry that needs to see love and support, that bothers me. It angers me because that's not who we are. Painted in a picture that it's not. That's not who we are. You know, I apologize to you, Mom, for having to sit and watch. Shout to my grandmother for her seeing me and my sister and us go through the things that we're going through right now. It's not fair. It's not right. Y'all didn't raise me to be this way. Y'all raised us strong. You guys raised us to have integrity and to pray. And when I tell you I've been on my knees praying, trying to figure this out and trying to work things out, um, my family is rocked right now. I can't find peace in this. I don't have the answers. I found out about we were going through so much 10, 11 years ago together as a family. It was one of the things that I can't lie. We were both at our lowest. We didn't have money. I ended up, we all lived with my mother. And that's something that, you know, y'all will see on the show where we say that I didn't have anywhere to live. We didn't. And we pulled through. So when you talk about 30,000 that I don't know anything about, all I said is, can we get clarity about it? Because during that time, we both were helping one another. I just need clarity. What are you seeing? What are you saying? Because I have my receipts and you have yours. But we need to sit down as sisters and not go through this in the social media. Like on social media, it's not good. We need to sit down and figure out what this is because we can get through anything, but we have to communicate. We have to talk to one another because you can't get through anything without that. And I've been convicted already of being a thief, and I don't even know what you're talking about. You put up something online, but Tamika, we both have receipts.
Girl, but you ain't produced that now one.
We both have receipts. Let's just get through it. What is this? How do we maneuver? How do we get through this? Whatever it is, Tamika, we can resolve it. This is not nothing that we need to perpetuate and continue to move and make people feel away. This is us. We sisters. We've never not been able to talk about anything ever. And I don't feel like because of what's going on in the in this media that we should use this platform to down one another or to try to make each other feel less than. That's not what this is. We're supposed to be family. And I want my family back. I don't care about nothing else.
Good morning,
and I've always said that I don't care about what people say. It's about what I feel like with my sister, how she feels. And I apologize to you, Tamika, if I didn't hear you. If I didn't hear your voice, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to make it. I'm trying to weather storms in my own personal life. It's like I'm not trying to negate how y'all's feelings are. It's like sometimes I make mistakes. I'm human. Love each other. You have a hiccup in the road. That's not. We've had each other's backs. I stood up for you the same way you stood up for me. And I would never, I won't apologize for that. That's what it is. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how we were raised. That bond can't be broken. Now, right now, we're going through these times, but at the end of the day, when I got my sister and I got my family, I still stand on that. That's
at the end of the day. At the end of the day,
everything. It's that and then the business. Girl, and that's why y'all see me looking crazy on TV. Y'all don't know that was the very first scene that my sister and I shot with my mother. No, it wasn't 4 or 5 scenes later. It was the very first scene. So I'm upset. I carry this is who I am.
Tasha, what I want you to stop doing, and you sounded so foolish even last night. You keep getting up here saying, I didn't find out about this until y'all found out. Please stop, because you had to film the show. So stop.
can't hide from it. I can't shun it. I can't sit here and pretend that it ain't. This is who I am. So if y'all see me cry, y'all see me looking like this, is because I'm in my feelings. And I'm in my feelings when it come down to my family. And we gonna resolve this. I love my sister. And can't nobody else talk about it. Don't call me talking about my sister. Don't text me talking about my sister. Do not DM me talking about my sister. Because we're going through this. It's just the fact that we're in the public eye. So many people out there now, y'all going through stuff too. It's just the cameras are not in y'all's faces. And we will. We're gonna talk to me.
Where's this open marriage contract?
To resolve this.
Skip it.
We have been married for 28 years.
Okay.
All those people that are out there who are judging me because of my relationship with my husband. We have been married for 28 years. I have been with this man for 28 years through the highs and lows. I've been at my worst. I've been depressed. I've been wanting to take myself out of here. He was the only one that stood by my side. And I'm not saying this to make it seem like, oh, he's everything, but he's everything to me and my family. He's everything to me and our son. And do we have problems? Are we perfect? No, we're not. Is he perfect? No, he's not.
Are we perfect? No, we're not. Is he perfect? No, he's not. I want y'all to listen and listen closely. Okay. Cause girl.
Perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm very much aware of the allegations that are happening about him. I see everything. As a wife, you see everything. But with our relationship, some people keep the fact that they have an open relationship quiet. They want to keep it private.
Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out is because on Watch What Live, you said he don't got it that good. Okay. He can't be in no open marriage. Okay. But you just said you're not talking about the communication because don't nobody keep that private. Don't nobody keep the communication piece private. What are you talking about, girl? You're lying. Again. And you were just caught in a lie. Let's listen to that. Let me run that bite one more time.
But everything, he's everything to me and my family. He's everything to me and our son. And do we have problems? Are we perfect? No, we're not. Is he perfect? No, he's not. Am I perfect? I'm not perfect. I'm very much aware of the allegations that are happening about him. I see everything. As a wife, you see everything. But with our relationship, some people keep the fact that they have an open relationship quiet. They want to keep it private. But we have that. And for us to be judged or whatever.
And why would you be judged for why would you be judged for having open communication? Girl, you lied. And that's just what that was. You lied. You was talking about a sexual open marriage. Let's keep it above. We're not even fit to play this game with you, girl. We're not. We're not. We're not about to play this game with you, girl. Lord Karma, you asking the things that I've been asking. What are you teaching your kids? But Rocky don't care.
Very much aware of the allegations that are happening about him. I see everything. As a wife, you see everything. But with our relationship, some people keep the fact that they have an open relationship quiet. They want to keep it private. But
Some people want to keep their open relationship private or quiet. But we have that.
have that. And for us to be judged or whatever by the things that people are saying, y'all keep judging, y'all keep living, y'all got marriages. Everybody ain't gonna always be true. Things happen. At the end of
Everybody ain't gonna always be true. So is it a bunch of lies in the marriage? I'm just wondering, including the lies you tell. Mm.
the day, do I stand beside my husband? I know y'all think I don't know. I know everything. Everything. I'm not oblivious to things. My husband and I, what y'all don't understand, we do have an open relationship. We have spoken about things. That is my private business. But because I'm sharing my heart with y'all, I'm letting y'all know.
Girl, private conversations equate to an open marriage. You gotta make that make sense to me. Since when have a marriage been open because we are having private conversations? Girl, you lied.
Please stop it. I can't even think about the things that are going on now because I'm being attacked everywhere I go. I'm being attacked. I go to the radio stations. I'm being attacked. I go to this place. I'm being attacked. I'm being attacked because I said I wanted to do a gospel project.
And see, it's a lot of people that, oh, well, Latasha, Latasha, Latasha. But these are the things that people see. People see you literally getting up here, gaslighting, manipulating, and lying. And you really want people to rock with you in this album. That's one of the reasons why people don't rock with you like that when it comes to the album. Let's keep it all the way a buck and 100. Like, child. Okay, so let's listen to the Watch What Happens Live appearance. Hold on. Yeah, hit that like button, please, please, please hit that like button.
Because one of them showed up to because one from Aston Pink until you're feeling weak.
I'm like, okay, yeah, Week was the bigger song.
Right.
And it could have.
That's soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Tasha,
Okay, hold on, y'all.
I want to clear something up before I get into some other stuff that I want you to clear up.
Okay.
You said on Instagram Live recently, and it got so blown out of proportion that you have an open marriage. What you meant was,
we communicate. We have open communication.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And
then we keep things.
Girl, first of all, so you done pissed me off because I ain't hear that, oh my God, until now. Okay, what we not gonna do is bring God up into this. Like, you ain't get online and make us think. First of all, don't act like you ain't telling no lie. And don't act like you stressing us out. Or we stressing you out. Okay? You put it out there, so how we stressing you out, sis? How we stressing you out for coming to a conclusion? That's what I want to know. Oh God. Girl.
Private.
on Instagram Live recently, and it got so blown out of proportion that you have an open marriage. What you meant was,
Yo, that oh my God really pissed me off. Cause you're not about to play with us like this. We may have been born at night, but it wasn't last night. Okay? It wasn't last night before Watch What Happens Live came on. Stop playing.
Communicate. We have open communication.
Yeah.
right?
But
And
then
it,
we keep things private. Yeah.
and it
so,
got blown up
He
to
doesn't.
say
He doesn't have it that.
So why wouldn't you say open communication instead of an open marriage? That is so dumb, Latasha. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. Wow.
Good. No.
Okay. I just wanted to clear that up because I heard that
thank
and I
you.
was like, yeah. Okay.
I was emotional that day, but yeah,
Yes.
he doesn't have it like that.
Yeah, I know you were emotional. You guys with the Instagram lives back and forth. Well, just like Tasha's husband, her relationship with Escape could also be called rocky. So tonight we're digging into all their drama with a round of Can't Escape the Truth. So I want to.
There was something else she said
So
right
she's
here that I really
never block my sister. Why would I block my sister?
Here
Firing
we
people,
go.
you don't want to be fighting when you're in the studio. To you, but at the end of the day,
What do you think about Tamika's
Who
claim
she
that the
make me
solo
sick, but
deal
at the
you
end of the
scored
day, but at the end
was
of the
initially
day,
meant
but
for
at the
both
end
of
of the
you and
day,
that you
but at the
took
end of
it
the
from
day,
her?
well,
girl.
what's for you is for you. I can't take anything that belongs to you. But at the end of the day, when we were thinking about actually
At the
talking
end
about
of the
doing
day, at the
music,
end of the day.
we everything kind of went downhill. And when you're talking about inspiration and inspiring people, you don't want to be fighting when you're in the studio about that type of stuff. So I moved forward in my walk.
But your inspiration is about what people have been saying about you. That's what the album is literally about, or at least that's what the record label has made it about. So what are you talking about? You're starting to really stress me out with your lies because I really think that you don't think that people know what time it is and what's up with everybody. What's going on, T Talk? With your girl? What's going on, Michelle? What's going on, Linda Gamble? Hello, everyone coming in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. What you say, sis? What you say? What you say? I want to know, how did Rocky get Andy to ask that question? Because Andy knows too well that he thought the same thing. He thought it was an open marriage. Andy body, Andy get a piece of Rocky. No, Andy talked to Latasha before that show. That's what that was. That's exactly what that was. Andy talked to Latasha before the show and gave time for Latasha to get it together. At the end of the day, Chef, you're misunderstanding her words. At the end of the day, she needs to quit getting up here acting like we crazy at the end of the day. I heard this morning that her album has been pulled from iTunes. Well, I know how we can check that and find out if that is correct. I don't see that being correct, but let's take a look. Let me take a look. Latasha Scott. Okay, now wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why I don't see? Hold on. That's not funny. That's not funny. But you can't keep playing with us at the end of the day, pretending like you really doing something at the end of the day. Child. Okay, I'm trying to see if it's on here. Liar, liar, liar. That's from Best Man. Maybe they're keeping me from seeing it. I don't see it on here, but that could just mean something different. It don't necessarily mean that they pulled it. But if they did, I would be curious as to why. It's not there. It's not there. I ain't gonna even hold you. That album is not on iTunes no more. At least I searched for it and I can't find it. So maybe they did. Ooh, maybe they did. Okay, Pie Face is making my headache worse. Ooh, don't let them make your headache worse. Don't let them make your headache worse. You don't have to keep open communication private at all. Oh, Too Fast, I need to get these likes up. Can y'all please get the likes up? Please. It's a free way of supporting the channel. And if you don't, if you listen, you can still like, and if you're feeling generous, it's up. The Cash App and Venmo is also scrolling across the bottom of the screen as well. Okay. Um, but please hit that like button. It's free. It's free. Um, okay, I'm looking, and you're absolutely right, T Talk with your girl. I do not see that album on here. But I'm wondering, is iTunes the only one that has pulled the album? Okay, let's see. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can listen to it on Apple Music, Pandora, and Desert, whatever that is. So let me go look on iTunes. I mean Apple. I mean YouTube Music. It's still up on YouTube Music. That's for sure. It's still up on YouTube Music, and it's still up on Spotify. So maybe I I don't know. I have no clue why they would have pulled it. But I don't know. I'm not sure, but it is still available for streaming on Apple Music in the US. But see, it's not available for purchase. I don't know. Is it the same? I don't be checking. Album still on Apple Music. But what she's saying is the album is not available for you to go to iTunes and purchase the album. It's no longer available to purchase. So that's where she will be getting the bank of her money from. versus the yeah, y'all. I understand it's on Apple Music, but it's not on iTunes for purchase, is what she's saying. Because it was on iTunes for purchase for $10. It's no longer there. And even if you go to Apple Music, um, I see it on Apple Music, but it's not available for purchase. But I'm assuming maybe that's just the Apple thing because I don't understand. Yeah, because it don't let me. But okay, wait. Buy on iTunes Store. It is still on there. It's still on there. It's still on there. So what I did was I went to Apple Music, right? And then I went to I don't know what I just did actually. Oh, and down at the bottom it says buy on iTunes Store. And then if you go to the iTunes Store, it still says that it's there. And it has 47 reviews on it. Okay. Some folks saying this ain't it. Some folks saying Tamika need her money now. Some people saying you will not be well and anointed until you give Tamika her money. So yeah, it is on there. It is on iTunes. You just gotta search. But searching by her name, I couldn't find it. Or maybe because I was putting Latasha Scott and it's just under Latasha. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do want to say is, girl, you can keep your lies. Okay? You can keep your lies. Keep your lies, keep your lies, keep your lies. And I would honestly have to say, if people do decide not to listen to her album, this will be the reason why. You literally are calling us a lie, just like you calling your sister a lie. And you mad at us for what y'all done put out there about y'all. What you mad at us for? Why you mad at us? Now, also, this is something that I do find strange. She said that she was going to or that she had called her sister and her sister had not called back. It would be very interesting to know. Because according to Tamika, when we saw her with TMZ, she hadn't talked to her sister. So I don't know. I really honestly don't know. That's crazy to me. Um, I'm not about to sit here and listen to your lies in my Nini boy. Okay. They usually even feature gospel releases. Wait, who is they? They feature. They usually even feature gospel releases. What that mean? You talking about iTunes? But I'm just saying that's one of the reasons why people are feeling the way that they're feeling about Latasha is because of what Latasha presents to the public. Now, I don't know if you guys was able to review my last video in regards to this stuff. I did a video on Unique, in the words of Jeremy. Unique's last sit down with Tasha K. Oh, speaking of Tasha K just seemed to be all over the place. Tasha K got beef with Kevin Hunter and his bad hips. Um, she got beef with Jaguar, right? I mean, she just got beef, baby. But anyway, getting back into that, we really kind of broke down. So if you don't have Tasha K live, Tasha K dropped the second part of the interview with the Unica on her actual website, right? Or her app. And we listened to that. And the way that Rocky talks about Latasha is so crazy for you to say that he don't got it like that. Okay, well, if he don't got it like that, I don't even know what to say because literally y'all have literally talked entirely too much. This is the same man. Rocky is the same man that said that him and Natasha was crying about the fact that the Unique girl could have a baby and they could bring the baby over and they would raise the baby together because she couldn't have any more children or whatever, right? According to Unique, whatever her name is, according to her, she said that Rocky told her that Latasha had gotten sick and couldn't, I guess, produce any more children or something like that, or they told her that the probability of her having a special needs child would be high, and they didn't want a special needs child. It was so much that was literally said that was so crazy. Y'all know the reason why I don't see it for that unique cool girl is because she stayed in this relationship for 5 whole years, or what she thought was a relationship for 5 whole years. Here Tasha is over here at home struggling, okay, crying about not being able to have kids. But if she can have kids, you bring the kids over here. Child, did y'all see Rocky's mouth twitch like after he denied stealing? Child, he really honestly, uh, I T talk with your girl. You ain't have to say that because I know how she pronounce it, but I'm gonna call her Unica. You, I'm not calling her unique. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Unique. But what sealed the deal for me with her was the fact that she felt comfortable naming Rocky and Latasha's son. And no matter how much I feel about Latasha or Rocky, you don't bring that kid in it. This is the same woman that you was mad about for being in the studio, being asked about a side chick and a side baby. And you said there's no side. I mean, Latasha said there's no side chick, no side baby. You got on in it. Please don't talk about my child, my unborn child. Please don't talk about my child. Please don't talk about my child. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Cause I will. Don't do that. Don't do that. Child, girl, gone. Um, she a different type of side chick. They were in a full blown relationship. How you and that's so crazy. How you in a full blown relationship with a married man? And just like that girl said, he ain't never spent no nights with you like that. That ought to tell you something. So for 5 whole years, this man left you to go to his wife, to go home to his wife, whenever he did. And you mean to tell me it took you 5 years to throw in the towel and be done with him? And y'all sit up and say, Rocky got all of this big talk. Money, money talks. Okay. Money talk. Let me just tell you, like the old folks used to say, money talking shit walk. Okay. And at this particular junction in our lives, as far as what we have seen, you like to play too. I don't feel bad for that girl. Unique. The side chick miss is so cringe. It is. It literally is like if you just listen to it, and then we're not even gonna get started on the niece and the reason why the niece probably decided not to go to Tasha K. Ain't no telling what this man said to that girl to make her backtrack or not want to go to Tasha K to talk. I mean, and then also too, all she got to do is look at Tasha K's last interviews to understand how she might be treated. But I'm just saying. You allegedly impregnate, and I mean, I think that she still needs to get a DNA test, a paternity test. I don't know which one you did after the baby, or I don't know. I don't know if she's still pregnant. I don't know. But what I do know is, if that man, that sick, nasty, conniving, evil man, did do some stuff like that, bro, you just I don't know what you need to do with yourself. I can't. I'm unique. It's the spelling for me. I probably need why not. I, side chicks is bold these days. Side chicks don't understand where they supposed to be playing their card. Hello, Ariana number two. Hello, Ariana number two. Child, the child is supposed to be here already. Okay, so I guess it's the DNA to whatever it is that they supposed to be getting. The girl is probably scared because Rocky probably called because Tasha K did release the information that he was going to be speaking with her. I mean, that she was going to be speaking with Rocky's niece. Tasha K is saying that the girl is saying that her parents are telling her not to do the interview. But I don't think it's the parents. I think it's more so of Rocky. And if it was the parents, I think the parents are telling her to skate on thin ice, or maybe they don't believe. I don't know. It's a sad situation. At this point, Tasha needs to just go into hiding, leave Rocky with the side hole, and go reevaluate her whole life. I'm with you, sis. I'm with you, sis. I really think at this particular point, Latasha, the only thing that's going to make this better for everybody is getting rid of the common denominator. And the common denominator in everything is Rocky. That's a common denominator. Um, Andy also asked her about the Stolen Gospel Project, right? She said that Tamika revealed, I mean, he said that Tamika revealed in one of her live videos that you stole a joint gospel project that y'all was supposed to do together. Here you go, Latasha. At the end of the day, how was I supposed to do that? You know, what God has for you is for you. Okay. That at the end of the day, that's my sister. And I would have loved to work with my sister at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I want you to stop using at the end of the day because the day has ended. Okay. Case closed. Put a stamp on it. Leave us alone at the end of the day. My God. I'm pretty sure there's something that I say all the time that might irritate some people. But that end of the day stuff last night was making me want to pull out every little dread by the little piece of hair that is hanging on to. Yeah, I did say that. I do know how to climb my own self. Y'all ain't had no retwist in a long time. So, but once I do get a retwist and get a cut and I get on this camera, y'all ain't gonna be able to say nothing to me. No, I'm just playing. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, good morning. But her real name is just as confusing as her rapper name, trying to spell it different to get attention, differently to get attention. Well, I looked up information. And her name really is spelled like she got it on Instagram. That Tiawanda, she got that on there because a lot of people want to say her name is Tijuana or Tawana. It's not. It's Tiawanda. She got Wanda in there. I'm guessing her mama name, grandmama name, auntie name, somebody name was Wanda. Okay, and they put Tia and then Wanda. When they're referring to their sister bond, I don't like how they continue using sisterhood. I agree. I agree. I don't like it either. And one reason I don't like it is because it's fake. Latasha, you're the same person who keeps saying, "Oh, well, I'm gonna call my sister. I call my sister. I call my sister." But did you really call your sister? Because it don't give me that you did. Nobody was using your number when you before you changed your number. Nobody was using your number. Child. I'm sorry, that's funny, Tia Wanda. That's her name. The spelling is why people think she's a stripper or shame. Not only that, but also on Friday, here you got Tasha K. We really we feel bad for Unique. We feel bad for Unique. Unique has really she laid it all down and took accountability. I'm sorry, but to anybody that listened to that, did she take any type of accountability other than saying, "Yeah, I let a nigga manipulate me"? That's not taking accountability. That's not taking accountability. Accountability looks like, "Oh, I was stupid and stayed for 5 years." That's what accountability looks like. I was a dumb one. You can call a spade and a buck a buck. You and y'all really gonna like her after this? All these receipts, nothing to me. It don't solidify another way to look at the girl. It doesn't. I don't look at the girl any better. As a matter of fact, I look at her actually worse. Now that all of this stuff has come out, I look at her worse. Not any better. People weird, bro. I'm sorry, that's funny. Sounds like her parents were mixing some names. Still better than Unique. You right. You right. I'm so happy I ran across your live. I needed this no nonsense and laughs today. Oh, well, thank you, chat with Lachey. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am a little crazy. I'm gonna always try to get the people to kiki a little bit, but thank you for joining the family. We're glad to have you. We're glad to have you. We are glad to have you. That Unique is sending me. Well, that's the name I'm gonna give her. Unique. That's her name over here. Unique. Okay. Unique. Um, so there was something else that and it almost kind of makes me believe that the whole thing about Candy maybe having some going the legal route when it comes to some of the things that Latasha and Rocky had said. I did watch some of her speak on it last night, but I don't know if she addressed the whole Todd and Rocky situation, or the guy that was supposed to allegedly be saying that Todd done this sexual act with him, child. Um Now I when Tasha K released that bit of information, I really think Tasha K thought that that was going to land. But again, I'm still trying to put the puzzle pieces together, trying to figure out where exactly did anyone name drop or know who exactly this person was to DM Candy. Like, this is weird to me. Again, Tasha K then tells Unique that um Rocky has had a 14 or 15-year relationship on her, right? Here she goes, start crying. Girl, what you crying for? What you crying for? He was married to his wife for 28 years. So what's the tears for? What's the tears for? What we crying for? Oh, well, he, he was giving his time to someone else. You didn't even think that you was the only one. So what we doing? What we doing? Y'all just don't know. He got a good game. He talk a good game. The same man that's out here allegedly saying that he has made all of these billions for people and he ain't got 2 billion to scratch together. Two pennies. And the pennies he do got is dusted just like him. Rocky is a Rocky is definitely not a good person at all. I'm just saying he is not a good person at all. Hold on. Okay, so she kind of sounds like she's trying to be like Tasha and make herself a victim. Oh yeah, that's what I got from it, and that's the reason why I said I don't get it. Thank you. Simply, I'm enjoying myself while working. Y'all have a great day. Okay, so again, I get that part, right? I get that part, but what I'm saying is, as far as the public knows, Tasha K didn't need to disclose that in that interview. And hear me out and hear what I'm saying. Tasha K didn't need to disclose that in that interview if you're not going to put no emphasis on it, because it looks like you were again trying to land something that did not land to the public or the viewers. The viewers are who you released this interview to. It didn't land. That's my only issue with that whole Tasha K and Candy situation. You could have left that out if that was the case. Let y'all handle that behind the scenes, because you're trying to make it look a certain type of way, and it ain't. That's not what it's given. So that's me. That's me. I mean, and I can see that name dropping in the private conversation or whatever the case may be, but I don't know. The math is not mathing when it comes to this situation. Just you should just left it out, honestly, like wholeheartedly left it out. Um, okay, so I already mentioned that I didn't like her mentioning Latasha and Rocky's son name. That really pissed me off. That really pissed me off. No matter how much I disagree with Latasha and Rocky's ways, I don't never agree with us bringing a child in the situation. Because a child ain't asked to be here. A child ain't asked for their parents to have no open relationship. A child don't got nothing to do with that. You keep your mouth off them folks' kids, regardless of how you spoke on them. Don't say their name. You the same person that got on the internet and was doing all this crying and rah-rahing because you thought that Latasha may have spoke on your child. Girl, I can't. Now, the rest of the Watch What Happens Live appearance, like I said, she said that she called her sister. She been calling her sister and she ain't been getting no answer. And girl, you I have a feeling that this girl gonna try to show a receipt of her calling her sister, but the name number ain't gonna even be the same. Girl, stop playing though, yo. Please stop. Please stop playing. Hold on 1 second, guys. Good morning to everybody. It's a Monday. It's Monday morning. And we are still gonna be reviewing the show a little bit later on today. I actually, if I could be honest with y'all, I actually didn't even watch the show last night. I didn't even watch the show last night, but I will be. In the only way I saw Watch What Happens Live, I kind of got in late on Watch What Happens Live, but then I also had a clip that had the full Watch What Happens Live appearance on it from YouTube. Just tacky and mad her relationship is no more. Um, all these people is weird. All these people need a life. They need Jesus. Okay. And listen, I totally understand why people can't necessarily rock with Latasha's album. I mean, if you're trying to inspire people, are we inspiring people based off of the fact that you have it's been alleged that you done stole money? It's being alleged that y'all done stole kickback, all this kind of stuff. And you mean to tell me that this is what we're gonna do, Latasha? If you don't get rid of Rocky and renew your life, hey,
Good morning.
good morning.
Good
Good
morning to
morning.
everyone
It's
in the
Monday
chat.
morning.
Happy Monday to everyone.
Yes, indeed. It's
Thank
Monday,
God
Monday.
He woke us up this morning.
And closed us in our right mind.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. We are in our right minds. How many people we got in the chat?
77 right now.
77 people in the chat. Listen, we have to pay bills. We have to keep the lights on. We have to keep the channel on. And it's about that time. So I'm hoping that everybody will help me to do this. I mean, it's 70 some people in the chat. If each person just gave a little bit, I mean, a little bit goes a long way. We just want to keep the channel on. We enjoy Chef and we want to, we want to hear him every day. I know I do. It lifts me up. So the Cash App and Venmo is floating at the bottom of the screen. And if you can't see it, Simply Elegant One will put it in the chat for you. Then there's always coffee, which I call Kofi. You can use that also. And Simply Elegant One will put that in the chat for you too. So
Yes. And shout out to Miss Bernita because Miss Bernita was the first one to give before we even went live.
thank you, Miss Bernita. You are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate that. That goes towards keeping the channel on. So
Absolutely. At the end of the day, how you feeling about it's so funny that when you
what?
at the end of the day, how you feeling about it? How you feeling
I'm
about it?
tired of hearing at the end of the day, okay? The end of the day has came and gone. I'm tired of hearing about that. I mean, go in your closet and be quiet. If it was me right now, I would just be quiet. I would go silent. I would cut all of my social media off and everything. Everything.
Yeah, I think that that's the best thing to do at this particular point too, because again, you just dig a deeper hole for yourself. Every time you get on online speaking, you dig a bigger hole for
Yes,
yourself.
that's why she got to go silent. She don't know how to close her mouth. She's just not made to maneuver around for television. She's not. She's not. So she need to go in her closet and be quiet.
I say go in your closet, be quiet, pray,
Yes.
and ask God to give you the resources to get rid of Rocky.
I mean, I don't understand. Well, I mean, some people are just blind. But if you know that you keep having bad luck and all of this, and you look at your husband and he's doing wrong, and he's supposed to be the head of the household, you can't be mad at him.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened, Francine? She about to give it to her. She said that if you're supposed to be the head of the household, you need to be the head of the household and stop doing what you're doing. Uh, and that is Latasha. Latasha. Um, like I said, I didn't get a chance, an opportunity to watch the show, but I'm gonna watch it when I get off of here. Watch the show and really, because this whole kickback thing when it comes to escape, like in every video that I've seen, people are saying that he is somewhat of a way admitting to taking the kickbacks. It's crazy to me. She was about to give us a word. That's why I'm leaving her up here. She was definitely about to give us a word. She was definitely about to give us a word that we honestly need to hear at the end of the day. Okay, so this is something else that I want to say as well. Um, I don't feel sorry for anyone's whose name I can't pronounce. Unique. um, but yeah, I just at this particular point, and y'all mark my word, I don't think that this is going to calm down. The show is over. Great. The show is over. We don't really have to see, them throwing shade at each other or getting online trying to clear things up or anything like that. I think now it's solely up to Tamika, Latasha, Rocky, and their mama and all of that. That's solely up to them to figure out how they're going to repair their relationship. And are you guys still going to? I mean, because social media is invested at this particular point. That's the unfortunate thing is everyone is invested in their story now. Everybody's invested in what exactly is going on. So my question is, what are we going to do different? Tasha keeps saying that she calling Tamika, which it can't be true. That cannot be true to me. I don't see that being true, and I'm really hoping. Tamika said she wasn't going to talk about it anymore, really like that. But I mean, you keep making your you keep making um your sister seem like a liar, but you haven't given us any type of receipts to prove to us otherwise. You said you have receipts, but you haven't given them to us to prove otherwise. So you out here looking crazy, calling your sister a lie. And somebody did ask her that during Watch What Happens Live. Why do you continue to keep calling your sister a lie? And I'm like, at this point, I really want to know why, why, why? What, Francine? I don't know what happened to you. I don't know what happened to Francine, y'all. But listen, again, that was my take on like the Watch What Happens Live appearance, just lies. And I think everybody feels that way. Like you've lied to us at this particular point. Like we're able to detect, we're able to pick up on them, we're able to, we just able to. You know what I'm saying? We able to at this point. So I think you should again go. Francine said go to your prayer closet. I ain't fit to tell you to do all of that. What I will say is get on your knees and pray But you're gonna have to put some work into that. You can't just be praying and expecting God to fix this situation and you're not doing nothing. What really can fix it is you paying your sister back up 30K. Okay. That's the number one thing that will fix everything. Another thing that will fix it is stop calling your mama as if your mama fit to do something because Gloria needs to heal herself. Okay. Gloria needs to go through some type of therapy by herself. I ain't even finna say the family needs to go to therapy. That broken lady needs to go to therapy. And I said what I said, and I meant everything about it because that lady has not healed. And you want to take your hurt, your pain, and drag it from generations to generations through everybody's childhood, even their adulthood. Oh, Tamika is jealous. Like, come on now. We have literally seen how this lady has acted on camera. This lady on camera said that Tamika was jealous of Latasha. Where? 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 Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. So last night, watch what happens live. There was a question about Latasha's sister's Tamika sex tape. And Latasha chose to answer that question and say, what sex tape? Sex tape? Wanna play dumb? Oh, sex tape? This is the very reason. Look, you can say what you want to, but you can't. One thing about it with your siblings, most of the time, I only have one sister that I don't argue with or that I don't have a falling out with. Literally, only one. I'm not finna. I don't care how much we like, how close we are. I'm not about to give you my sex tape, especially growing up. At some point, I got to ask you what you done done with it. Where is it? And I know people keep saying, well, she trusted her sister, but at the end of the day, your sister is gonna grow up, get married, have kids, move, do all of these different things, and I'm supposed to still trust you with my sex tape, yo. Come on now. And to us, it looks evident that Rocky wants to use that on Tamika. But these are the things that I'm talking about. You didn't have a conversation with your, or you didn't call your sister and all of this stuff, but you get asked a serious question about sex. And I want somebody to ask Latasha about these news that Tamika is allegedly sending to Rocky. That came out of Rocky's own mouth. That came out of Rocky's mouth. That's not something that was made up on the internet. It came out of his mouth. So let's ask the questions. Where is the tape? And where did the allegations of these nudes come from? Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about it. No, at least nobody want to ask Tasha the real questions. Because that should have been what you should have been addressing. And I've been saying that for the longest. That's what you should have been addressing. Well, Jamie, that makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. Because what are the possibilities that things could possibly happen? I don't know. I'd have been on my sister like white on rice, especially if I knew I gave her that. I'm going to forever ask you. I don't care, sister, auntie, cousin, brother, friend, best friend. I don't care. I'ma always ask you where that tape is at. Okay. And with a husband like Latasha's husband, Rocky, I definitely would have been asking about that tape a long time ago. He could, hey, making your head, he could have. He could have. But I want somebody to ask Tasha the question. So, what is this that your husband allegedly said that Tamika was doing to him? Sending him news. You're going to pretend like, oh, well, that's my husband and my sister. I don't have anything to do with that. Is that what it's going to be? Ask the real questions. Nobody wants to ask the real questions. Nobody wants to ask, Tasha, did you and Rocky receive your money from the sound exchange or SoundCloud, whatever it was called? The questions that really need to be asked, no one is asking them. Because what you can do with that question about asking if she receives her royalties is literally trip her up in her words. If you ask her, has she received her royalties? She got to think quick on her feet when you start asking them type of questions. And sometimes you can't do that. I'm just saying. Some things sisters need to keep between themselves and telling your husband that information. Yeah, I mean, well, it wasn't as if Chat with Lachey, it wasn't as if somebody came out and exclusively told the information. It was just the fact that they tried to use it against her in they tried to use it against her in that text message. In the text message, they tried to use it against Tamika. They tried to use the tape against Tamika. That's how we found out about a tape. And so once we found out about the tape, then that's when Tamika came out and told the truth about the tape, that she had done it when she was in her 20s, her early 20s, I think, or something like that. Oh, telling her husband, not telling her husband, not telling Rocky. But then that's how we run into another issue, right? Because if you kept the tape in your safe, and Rocky also has the combination to the safe, I'm sure no one is going to label their sex tape Tamika sex tape. I'm sure no one's going to do that, right? But the thing to me is, I would always be asking you where that tape is, because this should be between you and I. If she was already married at that point, that's the reason why I would be on her at all times asking her, where's that tape? Where's that tape? What you done with that tape? And as a matter of fact, at some point in my life, I'm probably gonna ask her for the tape back. And I can hide it and put it in the place myself and keep it away from my husband and my kids. That way I know a person like Rocky, who has been Rocky for years, is not trying to use that against me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because I know a lot of people say, well, she trusted her sister. But she ain't always trusted Rocky. And if they're around and they actually have the combination to the safe, they just kind of tell me again, like we was just a little careless with that. Like we you gotta stay on your people about stuff like that. That's just keeping it all the way 100. Of course, she might have not been thinking like that back then, but what about as the years, you know, go by? Me too, because I wouldn't have given it to her. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that either, but and making your headache. Her initial answers sound bad enough. Following up with the lies will make it sound worse. Now, you're right about that. You're absolutely right about that. But I want people to ask these follow up questions like, yo, are we going to not address the fact that your husband said on the phone with Tasha K that, oh, you ain't heard the new scandal? What's the new scandal? Oh, Tamika been sending me nudes. Come on. So we're not going to talk about it? First of all, that is weird and completely out of order. Oh, but we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to ask them questions. We're not going to ask Latasha if you received your royalties. Child, let me tell y'all. Again, I don't think that this is over. And another reason why I say I don't think this is over is because I think that Tasha K is not done with Rocky. And I think that more side pieces and chips and things is going to come out. I do. I honestly do. And we need to address trying to get a guy to lie on time. Let's not forget that either. I agree with that. I brought that up a little bit while ago about that whole situation. It's so crazy to me um to hear these things, and then it's like we just want to just walk over 'em. The only issue that we want to really talk about right now is the $30,000 or the relationship with her sister. But there are other things that have been involved that y'all have let us know. Y'all did, not us. I still don't understand why she said that on camera. Did she think production would edit out her calling her one daughter jealous of the other one? No, that lady wasn't concerned about what production was gonna do. She wasn't concerned about it. She wasn't. That's the sad part about it. She wasn't concerned about it. And this is the very reason why I say, because I know a lot of people. Shout out to Mims. Mims did an interview with the Scott's father on his own. Y'all know the one that he did prior to that was actually um, with a group panel of people. Shout out to the Juice Box Radio, I think is what it's called. However, um, this is one of the things that I find so weird. And look, everybody's gonna have their opinion. Everybody's gonna think what they want to think, and I don't want to fall out with nobody about their opinion. However, one thing that I did notice when it came to the father, there was a lot of people who didn't necessarily want to hear what he had to say. And to hear me out and hear me out, what I feel like it's absolutely he has the right to speak. And let me say this. We've seen that woman, and I don't know if it's because it's a man, we automatically think and build our trauma. Oh, he like my daddy. Oh, he like my granddaddy. He like this, he like that. We got to stop doing that. Stop comparing one man to whoever was in your life or whatever they had going on. Because I guarantee you he got to deal with his own stuff, right? But the issue that I have is people want to not hear this man out. But we have heard Gloria act a fool on camera, holler in Tamika's house. I am the fifth member, and all of this stuff. And we don't want to listen to what this man got to say when Gloria was the one that spoke on him first. I think he has every right to speak. I do. And I think that we as a community have got to stop pinning men to be dogs. All men aren't dogs. And all men do deserve to tell their half and their part of the story, just as a woman does. I want us to get out of that mentality because those were the comments that I was seeing. Why is this man talking? Why not? If you got your ex-wife on TV talking crazy about you, and you got one of your daughters literally feeding into the same thing that this woman is saying about you, oh, he can't speak. He shouldn't speak. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Y'all stop treating every man when he breathes. He got to be a dog. He got to bark because he is a dog. That's not the case everywhere you go and in every situation. And I've said that time and time again. These bitter mamas, and I said it, and if you decide to check out, you just decide to check out. These bitter mamas that don't want to allow men the opportunity to really speak. Come on now. We're not going to do that. We're not going to pretend like a man doesn't have the opportunity, shouldn't have the opportunity to speak. But this woman can dog him out in front of the world, but he can't say nothing. Got my face with that. I want people to stop saying that because that is bull crap. This woman has dogged him out in front of millions compared to him doing an interview on YouTube that's got 20,000 views on it. When we watch a show that was averaging on Sunday 500 views or more, maybe sometimes less, but it's still that ain't the way to do things. Yeah, she's very bitter. She's better, very bitter, and I hate to say that she's very broken. She's bitter and broken, and has not had the opportunity to heal on her own, and it's trickling down to the kids. And I, I'm sorry, but what I also want people to stop doing, please, please stop this. What I notice a lot of people doing, oh yeah, the parents had their favorites. The parents had their favorites, and they pinned the sisters against each other. That's not the case, because if that was the case, Tamika wouldn't have been taken up for Latasha the way that she was. Okay. So let's start there. When it comes to you being closer to your mother, closer to your father, I want y'all to stop acting like that's not normal. That is normal. That is normal for a child to cling to one of the other parents more than the other. I don't understand why we gotta try to make it look like it's something different. Now, I get what Gloria and what the dad might have done in the past, right? I get that part. But it's not far fetched to say that I might be closer to my dad than I am with my mom, but I'm still close with my mom. Come on. I want us to stop acting like that is just, oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh, y'all should stop doing it. It happens all the time. And not only does it happen in black families, but it happens in other families as well. I know this is a lot of truth that a lot of people don't want to hear, but it's true. Yeah, that lady is older, so you can only imagine how it was for the kids to come up. You can only imagine. And if she a ball of fire now, I know she was worse back then. And this is the very reason why I say it's weird to me how we want to give Glory the pass, but we can't get no pass to the man to give him an opportunity to speak. I see you back there. You want to come back up? Because you had cut out. Francine? Okay.
Can you hear me
Okay.
okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I had got a call from my niece. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, you good. You good.
Yeah.
Let me see. And the mother is much louder. And yeah, I agree. I agree. Gloria got to work on her actions and her way. She's loud and obnoxious.
Mm.
I was just telling these, and you might agree, you might not agree, but I was just telling them what I don't like to see is anytime their dad decides to do an interview, right? It's
Uh-huh.
always, "Well, why we got to hear him talk? Why we got to hear him talk?" But his ex-wife got online and
Mm-hmm.
made him look like the worst deadbeat. Just he was not in his kid's life at all. All this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to you, does he not have a right to speak? Because
Yes, he's got a right to speak.
here she is saying that to the world, right? Where you got 500,000 people watching on an average on a Sunday. Okay, that's live viewers, not counting DVR or people who go back and watch it later. Not counting that.
Right, right, right.
Not only that, but you dog this man out. He does an interview. Why is he talking? Why? Y'all gotta get out of that mentality that all men are dogs. Cause that is not the case. And I think, like you said, Francine, the man had a right to speak.
Yes,
He
definitely.
had a right to give what his truth is, and then you could be the one to compare the truths. But to dog this man out before he even had an opportunity to speak is crazy to me.
Is he remarried?
He is remarried,
Yeah. She's bitter.
remarried, and
She's
he has
bitter.
more children.
Yeah, she's very bitter. Come on now.
That's what I said. Like that lady has to heal from
Yeah.
whatever her hurt was. Because honestly, what it sounds like to me is, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck. It sounds like with her having to make ends meet, she ain't really want to get no job, and she ain't really want to have to do that stuff.
I'm
That's what it
sure she
sounds like
didn't.
to me.
I'm sure she didn't, honey.
And she didn't want that man to leave her. But it should tell you something about him that he got enough courage to up and leave. I'm sorry. I know a lot of us, oh, deadbeat dad, deadbeat nigga, all of that kind of stuff. But that's not always the case. That's not always what it looks like.
You know, a lot of times a woman will not accept anything from the man after he leaves, and then she'll say, "Oh, he ain't doing nothing. He don't want you." You know,
There
she'll
we
do
go.
that.
There we
Yep.
go. And that's exactly what I
Yep.
feel like she did because everybody keeps saying, I feel like he was there as much as she allowed him to be.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
who y'all think want to come around somebody? I get it. I got kids with this lady. But who do y'all think honestly want to come around somebody who is consistently making an issue out of everything?
Hmm.
You gotta protect your own energy and your own peace. I got kids. I understand that. But if the mother does not allow the dad to do certain things, that's on her, not on him.
Mm. Mm.
Doris talk about that man as if she didn't get herself a new bird after the dad left. But see, that's the problem though. Fresh Flowers Forever. What she did was she moved on because he moved on, and she hadn't healed
That's
from her
right.
prior situation.
That's right.
That's
She only
the
put a
issue.
band-aid on it. Yep.
Yeah, that's the true issue. She didn't heal from the situation. She just went and got somebody else because he got somebody else.
And that's
That's
the
that's how I
wrong
feel.
thing to do.
Yeah.
The wrong thing. Yep.
Not high school. Them girls was getting a pipe down, Miss Glow. They ain't need a Pampers woman. That lady, and honestly, I want to ask, like, what was it? Because y'all make it sound like, or she make it sound like, honey, they didn't have no milk, egg, and bread for a
Yep.
while.
I
That
don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
you know,
She should
and
have went and got some food stamps.
yeah,
I don't
I,
want to hear
I,
that. That's
I,
bull crap.
well, Miss Duncan, I do too, but it's going to take them separately. I- th- th- and that's just because they all have their own set of issues, and they really need to work those things out separately before they try to work it out as a family.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
And I mean, again, do I want to see a family break down? Absolutely not. But when you got someone who doesn't like to hold themselves accountable in a relationship, because if you listen to Latasha, Latasha's never at fault for anything. Everything is everybody else's fault when it comes to Latasha.
Well, that's because she's so used to Rocky being at fault at everything. That's why. He I mean, he's at fault for a lot of stuff. So that's she just thinks, okay, well, it's somebody else's fault because it's always Rocky's fault.
This is why I like making your headache because she real about things.
What she say?
She said this crap happens all the time. I'm living in it right now. When a man moves on, sometimes the woman holds on to her anger and pushes it on the kids, and it's truly sad.
Yes. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. That's why we need to go in our own prayer closet and heal. No
Yeah.
matter how, and it's a battle. I'm gonna tell you, it's a battlefield of the mind. You have to have a strong mind. You do.
Have you read
You
that book out of curiosity?
no,
I
no.
think you should. Do you read books a lot?
Yeah, but I love Joyce Meyer. She wrote that, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
The
Joyce
Battlefield of
Meyer.
the Mind
Hmm.
is a great book, and I encourage you all, even if you're going through therapy. I think going through therapy and reading that book at the same time is great. I did it when I lost my mom. Um, I read the Battlefield of the Minds, and then also when I got admitted into the psych hospital, same thing.
But I say this because I went through this with my sister, and I know, firsthand because when her husband left her, he moved on with another woman and he had kids, but she didn't have any kids by him. And I mean, she literally wanted to unalive him. And it took her like 2 years, to get over him. And it was so bad she had to move to another state.
Mm,
That's just how bad it was.
yeah, and it's listen. When you literally, and I know most of us are checked in because this is messy, right? But at the end of the day, sorry, I had to say that. But for real,
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it's honestly you healing you And then you being able to walk into a situation, and if that situation needs healing, you can focus on the healing of that particular situation. But none of these people, in my opinion, again, this is just an opinion, Gloria is not healed, nowhere near healed.
No, no. And I want to say this too. We as women, when the man leave, we do crazy things. My sister went and had a dangerous surgery and didn't tell nobody. And I asked her after she had done it, why would you do that? She said, well, she said, I didn't have nothing to lose. James had left me. So if I die, I die.
Mm, mm,
And that
mm.
really hurt my heart. If I
Yeah, and
died, she said, if I died, I just died. It was like at that point in time, she didn't care about her life. All she cared about was him leaving her.
that's sad.
So my sisters have come a long way. Like I said, it took her 2 years to get that hurt and that anger and everything out of her. Now she sits back and she laughs at it.
I'm glad that she's able to
Yep.
laugh at it. And you're right, chat with Lachey. And this is the result of pushing your anger onto your children instead of allowing them to form a natural relationship with their own father for themselves. And this is one of the reasons why I continue to say we have to allow that man an opportunity to speak, because we saw on camera how that lady had hate for this man and would make us think that this man left them out to dry completely. And this man still is not getting credit for still showing receipts that he's been in their lives. Like, and this woman continues, is it because he wasn't in your life, really? I mean, there are so many avenues and ways to look at this, but this is absolutely right. And this is one of the things where I say we tend to harm generations after us when we dwell on things like this.
And that's true.
And notice how I say harm generations, meaning once it's set in a generation, we gonna have to call on God to break that curse. Because at this point, it's already been passed down. And you should want your grandkids and your great grandkids and stuff like that to be that way. You shouldn't want that. You shouldn't even want that for your own kids. But Gloria is something else, man. Gloria is something else. Thanks for the book recommendation. I just put it in my Amazon cart. Oh, thank you. Making your headache. I promise you're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna have to DM me on Instagram and tell me after you read it how you felt about that book. That book has gotten me through some dark, 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 dark days. Oh God, it has gotten me through some dark days. Your sister was willing to do the work and through push through her pain. A lot of women refuse to shake and go. Has gotten so comfortable in her anger that she's never moved from it.
And I
I
and
agree.
And I'll tell you another story about my god sister, Angie. So she had been with her boyfriend since she was 15 years old. So they had grown children and everything. And he decided he wanted to leave. He decided he wanted somebody else. So they divorced and she was so depressed and everything's depressed, depressed, depressed. So he had moved on with his life. He had two children and everything, and she still and she was so depressed that she didn't even know that another woman signed her name to sell their house. So, listen at this story, you guys. She got sick and she got pneumonia and she gave up and she passed away because of a man. She wasn't strong enough. She passed away. She died of a broken heart. She died of a
Wow.
broken heart. Yep.
Wow. What's up, LTV production? So he said, hey, hi, chef. Hey, good morning. I had to come to some truths about my dad after years of lies and manipulation. My mom told me and my siblings it wasn't the picture she painted.
Mm, mm.
Mm. And it happens so often. It happens oh so often, which is why I didn't understand why them people was not wanting to get that man an opportunity to speak. But I'm glad that you were able to find out those truths by yourself. And sometimes it does hurt. You know what I mean? Um, because my mom was the same way when it came to my dad, but it was a little hard for her to do it because I I had more of a closer relationship with my dad. Let's put it that way. I understood my dad more as well. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks. It does suck. It sucks when you have to go through that. The Battlefield of the Mind is the name of the book. Oh,
Hmm.
Kristen asked what the name of the book was. Yes, Battlefield of the Mind. And promise you, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, it will get you through some dark, dark days. Well, I'm not going to promise you that. It got me through some dark days. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
Got me.
Shalika.
Hey, Shalika. Hey, Shalika. A
She says
Battlefield of the Mind.
always three sides. That's true. That's very true. Your side, his side, and the
And the
truth.
truth. That is
Yep.
true. That is very well true. And that's the reason why I say, like, listen, let's hear the man out. Let's hear what the man got to say before we just come up with this conclusion because we don't know. Listen, let your children form their own opinion of their parent. I agree with that. I agree with that. Like one thing that I also tell my sister, because y'all, one of my sisters is literally going through a situation where her husband is in the military, right? And he ended up having an outside baby on her. And of course, they're married. He was active in the military at this time, but he was working in Texas at the time. So he has this baby with this girl, right? And so my sister is like literally going through these things in her mind where she's battling with knowing if she's enough, knowing if she's not enough. She has all of these questions, right? So the baby mama became brave enough to call my sister on the phone and say that they need to have a conversation about her baby. Mind you, my sister already got 2 kids with her husband. Okay. So what I want you to do is not be out of line by calling her, telling her you want to have a conversation with her. What's
Exactly.
the conversation about? What's the
Exactly.
conversation about?
That's not
We don't
none of your sister's business.
right, we
Why
don't
would
need
you
to have no
call me?
conversation. And then she goes on, she gets mad because my sister tell her, well, I don't really want to talk to you. Like what do I honestly need to have a conversation with you for?
Exactly.
Like your child will never be over here in the mix of my children. And that's just how I feel about it. And can't be mad that that's how she felt. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, and so when he stepped out, maybe about 2 months after the baby was born, he got deployed to Romania. He got deployed to Romania and he had like a 3-year job over there, right? One thing I have encouraged my sister to do is to not have these conversations with bitterness, anger, and hurt because what you are going to do is turn them boys against their daddy, and that's not what we want to be about. We can't do that. Let them get their relationship from their father. He ain't really here physically. So you got to understand that the relationship ain't going to be like that no way. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be like that. But the conversation that you have with your children, please don't dog that man out like that in front of them. Now, when you want to call and vent to me and vent to your sister, your mama, anybody like that, that's okay. But we got to be careful what we put into our children. We got to. That's just the truth. It's just the truth. We have a don't talk, don't tell policy with black families, and it allows this pain to be pushed from generation to generation, and that is facts. Push it and sweep it under the rug. We heard Latasha and Tamika said, well, we normally keep our family business in the family, and you see where that has gotten you all of these years as well. It's crazy. I'm gonna assume Francine got another call. Hey, Shalika. Hey. Sounds just like the role of these military men outside babies. I know because Papa was a Rolling Stone. You know, I've always been that type of person because I've gotten the bad end of the stick when it comes to my dad. And then I'm realizing my dad is not anything like you said he was. And That's the reason why I get it. I get it. You gonna be hurt. You gonna be hurt. You gonna be bruised. Okay, you are definitely going to be bruised. But this is the reason why a lot of children feel the way that they do feel about their father. The relationships are not there because we literally dog them out. And I told my sister, I love you down, girl. I love you down. But I ask that you don't do that to my nephews. Please don't. Please don't. And so, they still they're growing up and they're still gaining a relationship with the father. But I'd rather it be on them and not on her. And I wish that more black families was like that. I really do. Technically has um mm, 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 technology. Yes, indeed. I agree. I agree. That girl, and I'm gonna tell y'all, because I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. When my sister told me that girl wanted to have a conversation with her, I went off. I was like, for what? For what? Why she need to have a conversation with you? For what? I was going off. You don't need to have no conversation with me. What you need to be over there focusing is what you gonna tell your daughter about her daddy. That's what you need to be worried about over there on your end. Please leave her alone. She don't got no obligation to talk to you on the phone. You slept with her husband. Okay? Let's be clear about that. You can't push your hurt on to the children. I totally agree. Thank you, Katrina, for the cash app. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to Shalika. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, come through with the love. Come through with the love. Yeah. And you know what? It listen, everything in life is a learning experience. And we have to choose to either make it a lesson or make it out to be what we want it to be. But this should be a lesson to a lot of black families to start healing your families so that your grandchildren, your children, your great grandchildren don't have to go through what you went through. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can't push your hurt onto the children. I totally agree. It's not fair because they didn't ask for all of that. They didn't ask, and they didn't ask for all that baggage. A conversation with your sister does nothing but upset her more. Talk to the man you have the child with. And that's what I'm saying. And it really put her in a situation to where she felt like she was literally battling a situation that she didn't have to battle. And listen, when it come to him, do do I see it for him? I don't. I don't. But one thing I will never do. And I stand 10 toes down on this. One thing I will never do is talk about that man like a dog in the presence of his children. I just ain't gonna do it. You know, I guess I should have said you should not push your hurt on the children. Agreed. Either way you say it is right. It is right. You can't do that. Yes, it's time to for the healing in the black families. Absolutely. Sit down and have those tough conversations because they're gonna be tough anyway. Sit down and have them. Hey Chef Don Don. Hey Sharice. It was what sex tape. I don't know about no sex tape for me. In my Tasha voice. And did you watch Tasha's live last night? Oh, I forgot about that. I might do a separate little video on that and premiere it. But yes, I did see. I didn't see all of it. I didn't see all of it. Yeah, I was a little bit checked out last night. I had a lot going on, but I did see a piece of it. I want to say I probably seen about maybe roughly about 8 9 minutes of it. Um, and I saw she was live for almost an hour, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go check that out and went
Hey
through it.
everyone,
Uh-oh.
welcome back
Oh
and
my goodness.
happy Monday. All right.
Well, okay, it's interesting that the YouTube notifications is working for him. Are y'all getting y'all notifications? Let me know. Are y'all getting y'all notifications? I find it weird that they choose to send out what notifications they want to send. There should have been a notification from DJ Richie Sky. Okay. Let's see. Oh, someone did send me yesterday. Someone did send me. I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of weeks ago, I was telling you guys that if the video of whoever you like is live in the algorithm, and it says that it has the little red circle around it and says that they're live. Um, for some reason, you have to click on that on the avatar with the red thing around it that says live in order for you to get into the live because it makes it look like people aren't live, that you're still waiting on them to go live, and that's not the case. Sometimes I get most of my notifications. I wish that would be my testimony. Sometimes, well, I hope that they fix this because it is so irritating not being able to get my notifications. Okay, listen, y'all. Well, I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. Am about to go ahead and head out. I do have some things to do. Um, do have some things to do. However, I appreciate y'all for supporting your boy. Okay, most of you know what's going on with me, and I appreciate it. It's been so dope to just have these conversations with you guys. We talked about some serious things here, just healing the black families. Healing black families is what we need. We need healing in black families. But I will go ahead and let you know, Latasha, if you decide to go live or do anything crazy, I'm going to go live too to talk about. Okay, because it's your lies for me that keep getting me. She ain't in no open marriage. She was talking about open communication. Girl, what? Girl, what? Anyway, child. Oh, by the way, y'all, in that scene last night from Latasha and Rocky in his confessional, y'all, Rocky had enough makeup on in that confessional look to help everybody out that ain't got. My God, that was a lot of makeup. And we just not gonna blame that on the light because we have seen you in the light, sir. And that makeup was heavy on the face. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all hit that like button on your way out of here. We'll do another video about Tasha's live, and then we will go live and discuss the show. And then also too, I am going to be dropping my Grown and Gospel review for those of you who are watching the show or just supporting the reviews. It will be up later on tonight, or later on this evening around like 7:30 Eastern time, 6:30 Central time. Um, and then Wednesday we will start reviewing Love is Blind. I do know that it dropped on the 24th of March, and most people have caught up on it. However, we are going to start reviewing it on Wednesday. Those are going to be live reviews because I got a lot to say about that Love is Blind. Okay. Love is Blind season 4. You guys go tune in. If you can get past that first 25 minutes in that first episode, you'll enjoy it. I promise. Okay. Um, so with that being said, hey Shirley, hey. With that being said, I appreciate all the love today. I do. Please hit that like button on your way out. If you'd like to show love to the channel, you can still do so. And I will catch you guys in the next video. And I hope you guys have a great and fantastic Monday and work day.